Morning, everybody. It's Barb Katie here. It's so good to see you on a Monday morning. It's surprisingly warm today here in my little town. And while the sun isn't out yet, it's pretty cloudy and overcast. It's been raining and snowing, sort of a mixture off and on. Life is good and we're progressing. Uh, what I'd like to get right to today is something I always enjoy, and that's talking about appreciating. I think often in our busy days, uh, we forget just how blessed we can be in our lives and take a lot of the things we have for granted. And it never hurts when we're trying to take good care of ourselves to remind ourselves of those things that make our life light and gay and bright and cheerful. We can always, it seems, bring attention to those things that may make it dark and gray and hard on somebody. But just for right now, I'd like us all to take just a few moments to think about something we're really grateful for. Can you jot down on a piece of paper two things that you are really grateful for in your life right this moment? I can tell you right now, the first thing that I'm grateful for is a cup of coffee. I love coffee, and it is a pleasure to have a cup every morning. It just makes my day start off cozy and warm. I love the smell of it. I love the taste of it. Maybe you have something like that that you truly enjoy with your many of your senses. With your eyes, with your ears, with your nose, with your mouth, um, with your heart. What things are you grateful for? They can be as small as a cup of coffee or as large as having the whole family come in for a visit and spending time together, or winning the lottery, or whatever joy there might be. And it doesn't have to be a material thing. Very often, the things for which I am most grateful are more spiritual in nature than they are material. Uh, and I think sometimes I forget to appreciate fully those spiritual gifts that I have been given with so much abundance. Um, this start of the new year, we're now into, can you believe it, week 5 of a brand new year. 1 month has flown by, so it seems. This is January the 30th. Uh, wow. It's hard to imagine that the time flies as quickly as it does. But in fact, that is the way of things. Um, I'm sure that I'm going to be one of those people that as I get older and older, time seems to accelerate. My mom always said that. She'd say, "Where does the time go? It just seems like it slips by. I blink, and here it is. Another new year is upon us." I remember when I was a child, time drug forever, and it seemed like Christmas would never come or my birthday would never come. I was always waiting for time to pass. Now I seem to be wanting to grab hold of time and let it linger a little bit longer in that particular moment. As we started the self care journey to kick off the new year, the very first thing that I ask everybody to think about doing was to move a little bit extra. Maybe during the ads that are being run on your favorite TV show, maybe when you're standing in line shopping, uh, maybe getting up from your desk a little bit more frequently, whatever. Find some time to move a little bit more every day. And I sort of set a target of 10 minutes. Can you get up and move maybe every hour for 10 minutes throughout the course of the day so that you do accumulate more activity and less sedentary behavior? Um, I hope you are still doing that, that you're incorporating it now as we are at week 5 of the new year. Maybe it's beginning to be a little bit more of a habit. And then the next week, I ask everybody to think about what they normally eat and how to simplify your food planning so that it doesn't seem so overwhelming. That you look at how you normally eat certain foods and how they incorporate it into your plan so you can put those foods, sort of plug them in automatically. You know what they are, you know you like them. They're easily available for you, and they're incorporated into your family lifestyle. I hope you're still doing that, and that habit of healthier eating is getting to be much less onerous than when you first began the journey and you were looking everything up in a book and writing it all down. Now you have certain go-tos that you know fit into the way you enjoy food on a daily basis. Then last week, I asked everybody to just stop whatever you were doing and take a breath. You know, just practice deep breathing, 3 minutes throughout the day. Maybe once when you get up in the morning, maybe when you go to bed at night, maybe if you hit on a really stressful time during the day, just take 3 minutes to slow down and take deep breaths in through your mouth and out through your nose um, for about that amount of time, and just let your body relax. Let the tension flow out with every exhale, and let the calming aspect of deep breathing pull into your entire being throughout those 3 minutes when you inhale. Um, I hope you enjoyed doing that this last week. Today, what we're going to do is look at gratitudes. And when I look at gratitudes, I always think of my friend Gina, because if anybody I know has ever had stuff happen in their life, it is my friend Gina. And yet she handles it with grace and positivity no matter what it is. And she's my role model in that regard. Uh, Two things that Gina says that really help center me when I get to thinking about the many gifts I have been given in my life and the gratitude I should show throughout my life is Gina always says, I'm grateful for what I have, and I'm grateful for what I don't have. Now, just let that wash over you for a while. Just think about it. Could life be better? Probably could be in some things, but how good is it right now? What are the two things today that you can acknowledge are really good in your life? Could life be worse? Oh my goodness, yes. I would not want to walk a mile in another person's moccasins. I look at some of the burdens people have to carry, and I am so lucky. And I need to appreciate the gifts that I have been given, the loads I do not have to bear, and be willing to help others carry their burdens. I try to give thanks every single day uh, for several things. Once in the morning when I get up, because it really helps start my day off with a happy frame of mind. And once in the evening, because that lets me go to sleep in a happy, calm state. I know at retreats, we used to do an exercise that I just love. And what we would do, we would all say, all right, now go out for a walk today. And while you're walking, I want you to look for a particular stone that catches your eye. It can be along the side of the road, off the beaten path, down by the water, wherever. But just find yourself a stone and bring it back, and we'll talk about it at the next session. And so we'd all go off during the break and we would look around and we'd find the stone that we particularly liked, whatever. Uh, and when we brought it back, this was going to be our worry stone. And whatever shape, whatever size, that was the repository for all the worries, cares, and concerns of the day. And as they came up, we were going to put them in the worry stone so that we would know where all of our worries, cares, and concerns were located. They just weren't flying through the air everywhere. They were in our stone, and we keep our stone in our pocket throughout the day and then go on with our business. And come the evening then, when we went to bed, what we were supposed to do would be take the stone out of our pocket, put it on the nightstand or on the floor beside the bed, and let our worries rest there for the night while we got some good sleep. We could pick up the stone filled with all of our worries in the morning if we wanted to, or we could just let them sit there for a while. It was our choice, whatever we wanted to do. And it was neither right nor wrong. It was just what it was. And that was a physical way for me when I first went through that exercise at a retreat to understand that I can put the burden down from time to time and pick it back up when I must, because there's some things we just have to tend to that are difficult sometimes. And that really helped me rest through the night because I needed sleep. I needed to take care of me and my health in order to be able to care for those that needed my help. And the thing I began to understand was worry is sort of like going to town in a rocking chair. You go through a lot of motion, but you don't get very far. You know, that all of the worries that we bring on ourselves really aren't very productive, and they're a waste of time and energy sometimes because worry does not usually change anything. And if change is needed or support is needed or whatever those other things are that may be needed from us, it probably isn't just, Barbara, would you stand there and worry for me? You know, how's that really going to help you in your situation and help me be empowered to make your life better for you? And usually when we're worrying about somebody, we're trying to interject ourselves in some way that will make a difference and make their lives better. And as I look at that, I have to smile because anything that helps me get through the day with a happy heart helps everybody around me. Have you ever been in line at a store and seen someone that just looks like the weight of the world is on their shoulder? And all you did would be smile at them and make eye contact. That little tiny thing is a gift you're giving to the other person. You can make a difference in the lives of everyone around you just by sharing a smile. And my friend Gina's other favorite saying that I use all the time is, your day proceeds as your mouth is turned. So whether you choose to smile or you choose to frown, that's probably going to be the way your day proceeds, because your facial expressions trigger responses from other people who see you in the course of the day, and they will internalize without even realizing the message you're sending out. Are you joyful? Are you grateful? Are you happy? Are you appreciating what they're doing for you? Are you appreciative of what you have? Your attitude is very often clearly expressed in your facial expressions. I remember years ago, I worked with a lady that lived a distance from me, and with TOPS, we worked in TOPS together, and she had 6 children. And her facial expression was often grumpy. And one day we were just talking, and she looked at me and she said, "You know what, Barbara?" And I said, "No, I don't know what else." And she said, "I wish I'd smiled." I said, "What?" And because she's a very happy person. Uh, I said, "What do you mean, Elsa?" And she said, "Well, when I'm in my resting state and not paying attention, I have a grumpy mouth." And I said, "Really?" And she said, "Yeah, you probably haven't noticed." I said, "Yeah, because you don't usually rest. You're usually up and busy and doing stuff." And she said, "Well, it's true. And I just wish I'd smiled more because a lot of times people think I'm angry or mad or sad just because of the facial expression. And that's not correct at all. That's not how I'm feeling." And she said, "I just wish I'd smiled more." That's always resonated with me as I go through life is remember to smile. You're never dressed. And this is something my dad said, "You're never dressed until you put your smile on." And that's probably true. Get ready, get up, get started, and face the world with a smile on your face is what my dad used to say. Uh, so today as I've talked to you, I have made little tick marks down where you can't see below the screens, the things I'm grateful for already for today. And my biggie today was knowing that I was going to get to talk to all of you and share a special few minutes together in a positive way. And that encourages me to make the best of today. Um, Yesterday, it was really funny. I gone to get a few groceries at the store, and it's one of the things I wrote down before I started talking to you. And I'm going to try not to cry when I tell you this. But as you know, my next door neighbors had to move. Uh, it was work related, and I had gotten very close to their children. And how this relates to the store is I went down the section of one of the aisles that had paper plates, paper cups, that kind of stuff. And yes, I use paper plates and paper cups, especially when those kids would come over. And the deal with the kids was if it fits in a small red solo cup, you can have that much for your snack today because they were always wanting a snack. And I tried to keep healthy things that they could eat, like the kids loved fruit of any kind, so I would dice up fruit for them. And those long bamboo skewers, I give them one of those, and they would spear them in the paper cup and just enjoy the heck out of it. And we did lots of silly things like that. But I went to pick up a package of red solo cups, and that brought back all those wonderful memories with those children. And I got a little teary eyed because they're not here now for me to fix them a snack. But I thought, boy, how lucky I am because he'll be coming back in about a month and a half and I'll get to see him. And we'll get to share many more memories and many more good times, just like I do with my grandchildren. You may be gone physically from where I am, but you're always in my heart. And that's a gratitude I have for the memories. Treasure every happy memory. Hold on to it dearly. Learn from it, expand it, share it with others. Uh, Grow in your heart and happiness. Make your journey a joy. This is a wonderful gift we're giving to ourselves every single day, the gift of better health. And that's what I'm going to wish for you today as I close. I want you to jot down a couple of gratitudes each and every day until we see each other, along with the other things we're doing to try to make our life as happy and complete as it possibly can. And put your smile on. Your day's going to proceed in a wonderful way when you do. And I will talk to you a little bit later. See you soon.